Hi guys. Hey everyone. Welcome. How's everyone doing? We're back for another TPM live. I'm so excited for today. It's going to be a really good broadcast and I really can't wait. I see that if you're tuning in, tell us where you're tuning in from, but I can already see that we got Seattle, Alberta, Canada, Central Florida, upstate New York, Cleveland, Ohio, Omaha, Phoenix, Arizona, a local to where the conference is, Holland, Michigan, Uper, Michigan, Chicago. I'm going to be in Chicago in a few days, so that's exciting. Augusta, Georgia, Nebraska, Texas. I also want to know, do you have your TPM ticket yet? So let me know, do you have it? Are you on the fence? Are you hesitating to pull the trigger? Why haven't you gotten your ticket? Because I want to know, because I think you definitely need a ticket to this conference, and you are going to see why when I make an exciting announcement today. So stay tuned for that. So I'm so excited to be here, and I will just get started and introduce myself to you. So my name is Ashleigh Taylor. For those of you who aren't familiar with me yet, I'm an official mentor of the portrait system. I'm also an educator in the Portrait Masters store. In fact, I just finished filming a little new something exciting for the Portrait Master store. So stay tuned on that as well. And today we're just going to talk all about the Portrait Masters Conference 2023. And give you guys some exciting updates. We have amazing giveaways, including not one, not two, and not three, but 5 conference tickets. That's $1,500, well, really $1,800 value at full price. Conference tickets, 5 of those that we're giving away today. You just have to stay to the end of this broadcast and be on live to receive it. So make sure that you stay on to the end, because very much Home Alone face. I cannot believe that we are giving away 5 tickets. So I'm just looking at the chat here, and a lot of you are saying you don't have tickets yet. So I just want to say one thing is, you definitely, and you've been putting sad faces, so you should get on getting a ticket. And one thing that I don't think is getting enough hype is, if you I believe if you hit the pay with PayPal option, you can split your payment. Maybe Ella can triple confirm that for me, but you can split your payment with PayPal. That's like not on our end, that's a PayPal thing. But if you choose to pay with the PayPal option, you should be able to do that. Ella, can you just give me a thumbs up on that? But that's a really amazing thing to be able to do. So no excuses this year. Like, this is our last huge one in Arizona. It's Sue's last one. No excuses not to get a ticket. And some of you are saying you do have a ticket and you're so excited, and others of you are saying you're on the fence. So I think when you hear today's big news, you're gonna hop right off the fence and into the party. So all right, we have 2 amazing guests today, including Scott Robert Lim. He's an amazing photographer and educator, and he's speaking at the conference. And also Bethany Jones, who's a longtime mentor, a friend of mine. And we are going to talk about the mentor base and how you can make the most of those. And again, we have that amazing giveaway, so stay tuned to the end. All right, I want to just set the mood. So let's watch a really quick video about the conference. If that video doesn't get you guys excited, I mean, it just shows how much fun this is year after year. And I love this conference so much. It's such a unique experience to be at a conference that's just celebrating portrait photography and that specific genre, not combined with wedding photography, but really just our community. And it is so much fun every year to be able to see people together, to be able to network, to be able to go to the parties and have fun, to be able to learn. I know that I leave every single year and experience a huge up level, both in my personal development and in my business development. I get more clients, I get more creative. I just leave feeling on such a creative high. And especially when you hear Sue talk, I mean, I've heard Sue talk so many times. I've been so blessed over the last 10 years that she came into my life, but I never leave one of her talks without completely sobbing and it changing my life. So I know you are going to want to hear her talks and be a part of everything that she's teaching this year. So again, let me tell you how this giveaway works today, because like I said, it's a doozy. We are giving away 5 conference tickets. But here's what you have to do. You need to be watching and commenting to qualify to win, because that's how we know that you're engaged and you want it. And you need to tell us in the comments why you are excited to be at TPM or want to go to TPM this year, and include the hashtag TPM 2023. We also have some gift cards to the Portrait Master store as well. So please stay tuned to win those prizes, and to claim the prizes, you're going to email support@theportraitmasters.com. Okay, so a lot of you heard that we have a really big, exciting breaking news announcement, and I'm so excited to deliver it right now. So like, drum roll. So you asked that and we listened, and you said you want more Sue. This is Sue's last big photo conference, and you want to get all the Sue goodness that you can. And so we've done that. We've added more Sue to this conference, and we are just wanting to make it the best conference ever. So here it is. Sue's breakout class, which was originally priced at $499, is now just included with your ticket. So that means you buy a ticket to TPM, you don't have to pay extra to get Sue's breakout session. You just get to go to her breakout session, and that's a $500 value just automatically being added to your ticket. So that is so exciting. You're going to get more Sue. I know her breakout session is going to be incredible. So if you're excited in the chat, can you just like let me know? Because I'm super excited about this. And this breakout class, if you're not aware, is about posing. And if you know Sue, she is the master at posing. So this is going to be an amazing class where you're going to learn so much, especially if posing intimidates you. If you forget poses when you're on a shoot, if you get stuck about what to do, like, you're not going to want to miss this class. And it's for all body types as well. So never get stuck or intimidated with different clients when they come in. You will be confident posing every single person, which is what we want. We want to give our clients the most empowering experience possible, and Sue is going to help you do that. So this breakout session is going to take place on Monday, which is registration day, from 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. So make sure to note that on your calendar and get your ticket, because that is a $499 value just being added to your ticket for free, and you get more Sue. So people are just loving this. They're saying, "Whoa, that is incredible!" And then more Sue, please. And then this is awesome. Thank you so much. This is amazing. Woohoo! I agree, you guys. I'm so pumped about this. But in true infomercial fashion, I have but wait, there's more for you. So there is actually more. We're going to give away something really big here too. So for the next 50 people to buy their tickets, we are going to give you Sue's digital couples posing cards and Sue's pose series from the TPM store. So you're going to get that breakout class when you get your ticket. And if you're one of the next 50 people, so hurry up and buy, because you don't want to miss out on this. It's only for the next 50 people. You're going to get the couples posing cards and her pose series, which will mean that you can take the posing that you've learned in the breakout class and keep working on it at home. And if you forget anything, you'll have that course to reference. You'll have the couples posing cards to reference. So this is so amazing. And when you combine the breakout class, the pose series, the couples posing cards. It's a 997 value. So for the next 50 people, we are adding basically $1,000 value to your ticket. And your ticket, because we're extending our deal, is only $1,500. So we're extending the Sue 100 code, which gives you $300 off your ticket price. So you're going to pay $1,500, but you're going to get $1,000 basically in bonuses. Amazing deal. And I just want to say one thing, because there might be some of you in the chat that are like, but I already bought my ticket. Do I not get the prize? You guys, you know we take care of you. Please do not worry. If you already got your ticket, you are going to get Sue's digital couples posing cards and Sue's pose series as well. That's our thank you to you for buying early. It will automatically be added to your Portrait Masters account within the next couple of days. So please know that we always take care of you guys. So don't stress. But TikTok, if you want in on this and you don't have your ticket, this is going to go fast, the next 50 people. So sign up because you do not want to miss out on this. So real quick, just want to run through what your ticket includes because there's so much in your ticket. And someone's Natalie just said, who doesn't love Ashleigh's energy? Thank you. Okay, and that made me lose my place. Hold on, you guys. A compliment totally took me off my game. Okay, so what is your ticket unlock? I want to go through just quickly what your ticket includes because there's so much goodness included in this conference aside from all these amazing bonuses that we just added. So first of all, you, of course, get access to 4 unforgettable days of learning, networking, vendors, shooting bays, mentoring. It's all there and it's going to be so fun. So let's just piece by piece go through it. The shooting bays. This has always been one of the things that sets TPM apart. I had Bree on, who's Sue's longtime hairstylist, and she leads the hair and makeup team. She was talking about the styling this year. It's going to be incredible. You know, Sue curates bays. There are vendor bays. We are also going to have something new this year that are DIY bays, where attendees can just take turns both being the model and getting like photographing each other essentially with the, you know, backdrops and great lights. So if you need some new branding photos, new headshots, like find a partner. And if you don't have a partner too, Kevin Conde is going to be manning that booth. So he can help you out and get some shots. I've just kind of maybe volunteered Kevin into things, but when don't I do that if you guys know us? So he can help you out to get pictures. This is an incredible opportunity to get new headshots of yourself, to just have fun and play with it. We also have the pool bays. These are mind-blowing. I saw it in Italy firsthand. Sue brought a pool to Italy and we had models in it, and the attendees were shooting, and the images coming out of these pool bays are so cool. It might sound kind of weird, like a pool bay, but this is just like a kiddie pool, but you can create some incredible images with it. It's very unique. And you may never, like, if, for example, my studio would be really hard to pull this off because I don't have like a kitchen or a bathroom or a place where I could really fill up a kiddie pool or dump it out in any easy way. So I would have to shoot on location. So for me, it's really fun because I just get to be creative and play. But for others of you, you actually might be able to pull this off in your studio and you could portfolio build for it. Plus, you could show these pictures to people. And if they are interested in having a pool style photo shoot, of course, you could always, even if your studio doesn't accommodate for it, maybe go to their house or set up some other things. So you don't want to miss out because it's just creative fun. And I'm just super excited about it. So we have one-on-one mentor session bays as well. I'm going to have you hold tight on that because Bethany's a guest today. She's one of our mentors like myself, and we're going to talk more about that. But basically, you're going to be able to get mentoring in a speed mentoring kind of way from us and get feedback on anything you need help with in your business. So we have the trade show. We have amazing vendors coming that you get to build relationships with, network with, try new products. There's so much good new stuff out there that you're going to want to get your hands on and see. Now, stay tuned for another live, because on a different live, I'm going to actually introduce who the vendors are. We can't cram everything into one live, you guys. I already gave you too much today with this big, exciting announcement. But stay tuned for that. But know that the vendors are going to be amazing. Of course, we have always got parties, parties, parties. I love parties. I mean, I don't typically love parties because I'm kind of an introverted person, but when it comes to portrait masters, I love parties because they throw the best parties, and you get to be with your community and your friends. And I feel like I have some of the best memories dancing. I remember dancing with Neon a couple years ago. Neon Howe, if you don't know him, he's got some amazing primo dance moves. And there's always a costume party element to this. And if you love Halloween and dressing up in costumes, such as myself, the costume party aspect to the silent disco is really, really fun. And that's one of the biggest dance parties, and it's just so unique and so fun. So get hyped for that. Right now we actually have a contest as to what the costume theme should be, but in order to vote you have to have a ticket, which means you have to have a ticket and then you have to join the official Portrait Masters Facebook group for attendees, and then you can vote in the costume contest. Right now Yacht Rock is winning, which is kind of like sailory, nautical themed kind of vibes to it. So if you're wanting to dress like tropical, nautical, sailory, and really embrace that seaside energy, this year is your year. You could come as a mermaid too. Like, you could also make it just tropical, anything beachy, watery, boating related. Get creative with it. Pirate? I mean, I don't know why you couldn't be a pirate if you wanted to. Just saying. We also have the pool party. That's actually the first big party that we have, or the first, like, yeah, the first big party that we have. That's a party that happens on Tuesday. Before that, on Monday, I'm kind of going backwards in time. On Monday, which is registration day, we have, this is a little more serious. We have the Portrait Masters Awards ceremony and cocktail party. So that's like a little more low key of a party in terms of, it's not crazy dance party energy, but it's still really, really exciting and such a special way to honor all the people who've submitted into the awards this year, who've reached a different accreditation level, like associates, masters, fellow, who have placed in the top 20, and just to celebrate all the amazing work in our community this year and just mingle and start warming up. And then the next night we go into the pool party. So much fun. You don't have to wear like a swimsuit if you don't want. You could wear a cover up, or you could just come in clothes, but you might want to wear a swimsuit because it's really hot and it's really fun to go swimming in the pool. And there's big like tubes and floaties if you haven't been there. So it's super fun. I'll be in my swimsuit and I will be in the pool. If you wanna come talk to me, come out and float with me in the pool. I'll probably have like a fun noodle because I love floating on a fun noodle. Fun fact about me. And then we have that silent disco costume party, and then we close out with a karaoke party. That's also so fun. We have so many amazing singers in this community. Very like incredible the level of vocal talent that is in this community. And even if you are not a good singer, like, that's what karaoke is all about, right? So just be shameless and come and sing and have fun. Okay, I really went on about those parties. I guess I'm a mom who needs to let loose. Then we have, of course, what we're really here for, the serious education. We have 7 live shoots on the main stage. I'm going to be talking to Scott Robert Lim today. He's one of the instructors who's incredible this year, who's going to do one of the live shoots. We also have 2 powerful keynotes, one given by Sue and one given by David Suh. So you absolutely don't want to miss out on that either. So again, our speakers are Sue Bryce, David Suh, Elena Blair, Jerry Guiones, Kesha Lambert, Loretta Houston, Ori Adesina, Terry Hofford, and Scott Robert Lim. So you do not want to miss out on those amazing presentations. Networking, this is such an amazing time to not just network with vendors at the trade show, but network in our community. Having photographers around the world and also in this country that you live in that do what you do, that you can call on when you're in a pickle, is really, really helpful. For example, I'm going to be teaching in Chicago next week, and I knew that Rachel Owen, who's a dear friend of mine, who I only met because of this community, lives in Chicago, and I was able to call her, and she's going to come and help me with my like really big class. So that's the kind of stuff where I've had to rent gear from other people, rent studios from other people. You just never know when you need a friend in a different state who does what you do and can help you out, or someone that you can bounce business ideas off of, mastermind with. Networking with this community is huge. We also have brand new this year breakout sessions. So we have amazing breakout speakers. We have Ashleigh Taylor Roman, Kat Ford Coates, Damali Shepard, Felicia Reed, Nikki Klosser, Richard Wood, and I'm just Leslie Andrews, of course, and then myself, and then of course we have Sue Bryce, that now all of you who get tickets are going to have access to her breakout session. So you don't need to buy the ticket now to Sue's, you're going to get that. As far as the other ones, let's just talk about how that works. You can add basically up to 3 breakout classes depending on how you schedule it out. So if you did the A1 class, you could do both of the B's. If you look here at the schedule, C is Sue, so everyone is going to get that. Or you could do 2 different A instructors or 2 different B instructors. But I think you should do the A1 if it's not sold out, and then max out your B classes so you can see 3 different instructors. I'll just do a quick shameless plug for my own breakout class. I'm teaching Facebook ads. I rarely teach Facebook ads live in person, and I'm going to show you guys how to build a conversion ad to get leads. So if you want to see this process live, if you're better at learning live than from videos, like in my Facebook ads class, that's on the TPM store, this is your opportunity to learn live from me. And I am now offering a special bonus to anyone who is in my breakout class. So I am going to schedule a group Zoom Q&A follow-up coaching session a couple weeks after TPM. And you guys can all hop on and ask me any of your troubleshooting Facebook ads questions. I know a lot of times the information is very clear, but then when you start actually setting it up and doing it on your own, sometimes people get stuck, or they have a troubleshooting question, or they want to know what something means. And so you're going to get an additional opportunity to get your questions answered, not just in my breakout class, but a few weeks later in a group Zoom coaching call. Again, that's just for my breakout session attendees. So if you are looking to get more clients by using Facebook ads, you don't want to miss out on my breakout class. But honestly, all the breakout classes are so amazing, so you should definitely sign up for those. We also have so much swag this year that's really cool for the conference. I feel like people don't know about that enough. You definitely want to get your swag on. One of my favorite items that we have right now is the professional poser. There's different items that say professional poser on them, but this is like great. Sue talked about it a little bit. She's like, when you have this, it's just such a conversation starter. Like, what does that mean? And then you can tell people what you do. So that's really cool. And of course we have TPM branded stuff. There's also blankets this year. And I know it's really hot and summertime, but I don't know about you guys, but I love a snuggly blanket. So I'm super into this blanket idea because when fall comes, I just want to be on my couch with a warm drink and a blanket and a cat on my lap, and that's going to be the best combo. We also have really cute hoodies. We have great water bottles, tumblers, you name it, we got it. So go check that swag out. And if you're stuck on how to get the swag, there's a button on the conference page that you can hit to see all the swag options. And the other thing is you have to order your swag by August 8th. And then you can pick it up at the show, and then we can all wear our gear at the show. And I know it's so hot in Arizona, but actually the conference rooms can get quite cold because they have a lot of AC. So you might want to think about picking up one of those hoodies to just have with you to take on and off obviously when you're walking around outside, but on when you are in one of the speaker sessions or a breakout class or walking the trade show floor and you're feeling chilly. Okay, I know I mentioned this before, but I want to say it one more time. It is Sue's last conference, so make it count. We're giving you as much, Sue, as we can by giving you that new breakout class, and for the next 50 people who buy their tickets, giving them the opportunity to grab the posing class, Sue's posing class for as a bonus, and then also getting her couples posing digital cards. So you're going to get Sue if you sign up, right? And I know I know a lot of people have a lot of emotions about this being Sue's last big photo conference, but let's go with a bang. Let's celebrate her. She's given us so much. She's the best. I think we can all say she's the best photo instructor ever, right? And has inspired our businesses. So let's show her our love by showing up for her on this last conference. And also, it is our last conference in Arizona. So if you have wanted to go to Arizona and experience TPM in all its glory and all its big, Arizona Grand Resort format, this is the one. You don't want to miss out. This is your last opportunity. Next year, TPM will be joining WPPI in Las Vegas. The dates for that, if you want to save the date, are March 3rd through 7th. Now, TPM at WPPI will be its own slightly separate ticketed event. We're going to have our own wing. It'll be smaller and it will only be a 2-day event, but it will also be much more affordable in price point, which will hopefully make it more accessible to more people. And then it will be combined with WPPI, meaning you can still go to all the WPPI events. So you're going to get so much out of it in terms of getting so much education, the TPM education, shooting bays, all the things that make TPM, and then getting the WPPI experience and going to the WPPI big parties and all of that. So I don't have all the details about the Vegas version yet. If you guys start asking me a ton of questions, I may not be able to answer them. Let's keep the focus on Phoenix and that you don't want to miss out on our Phoenix event. So again, remember the deal that we have. It's $1,500 if you use the code Sue, $100 until August 2nd. Next 50 people who sign up are also going to get Sue's Pose series and digital couples posing cards, and anyone who buys a ticket will also get Sue's breakout class, which is a $500 value. If you're one of the next 50 people and you get the couples posing cards and the Pose series, that's $1,000 value, which means you're paying $1,500, but we're giving you $1,000 in value back for that money, so you don't want to miss out. And then next week, we're going to have another TPM live with special announcements. I know it says that I will be here. Technically, I will not be here. It will be Nikki Klosser replacing me next week because I will be in Chicago teaching. But I'm so excited for Nikki, and y'all love Nikki, so you know it's going to have the same energy and same amazing funness. Okay, I want to answer some of your questions real quick, and then we're going to bring on our guests. So how do I register for breakout classes? Number one, to clarify, at this point, you don't need to register for Sue's breakout class. That is now included with your TPM ticket, so you don't need to register for that. But for the other breakout classes, you're going to go to the conference website, and then you click buy breakout at the top of the page. And remember, you have to have the conference ticket in order to buy a breakout class. You can't just come and try to, like, for example, buy my breakout class, but not have the conference ticket. That doesn't work. You have to have the conference ticket, and then the breakout is an add-on. Okay, so as far as swag and merch, when will the merch be available? Merch is available now, and in fact, you should start ordering it now because you have to order it by August 8th, and you're going to pick it up at the photo flash drive booth at TPM. And the link to buy is on the conference page. And there will only be a limited amount of merch for sale at the event, so you really want to pre-order. Celestina Ando Photography, I love Celestina, hi, asked, will there be specific topics listed in advance? So the breakout classes not just have instructors, but they all have the topic already decided. For example, mine is teaching you how to run successful Facebook ads, but there's a lot of different topics. So look up the instructor, look up the topic that they have on offer, and it's on the breakout page on the website. And then as far as the main stage speakers, we will list their topics coming soon. All right, with that being said, let's bring on our first guest, Scott Robert Lim. He is an amazing photographer. He shoots portrait, wedding, and he's a speaker on the main stage at this event. So hi, Scott, welcome.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. So can you just, for this audience, give them a little introduction into who you are if they're not yet familiar with you?
Okay, well, I started out 20 years ago shooting weddings, and but the last 15 years, I would say I'm full-time teaching,
Okay.
and I consider myself, if you were to ask me, I wouldn't, I mean, I can shoot weddings, of course, but I would say that I'm a portrait, more of a portrait artist,
Okay.
specifically on location portrait artist. So I love getting out in the environment in the world and trying to find a great place to take a portrait and do all the lighting and the composition and try to get it done amongst the chaos. And that's what I really love doing. I love the challenge of it. And I just love educating. I've been educating for the last 15 years and I think I met Sue over 10 years ago, and so happy to be here,
Uh,
part of the Portrait Masters, and so I cannot wait. So I mostly specialize. I do a lot of in lighting, of course, posing and composition, and even post processing. I kind of feel like I've been doing this so long. I've kind of got a well-rounded platform where I can teach all of the fundamentals. And I've had so many actually of my current and former students go through the Portrait Master system too, which is so cool to be part of it this year. So I can't wait.
so exciting. And I think this is really great too, because I know for a lot of portrait photographers, sometimes not having a studio can be feel like a limitation or feel intimidating, the idea of getting a studio. So learning on location portraits is cool. I do actually both. Like I mostly work in my studio, but just this summer I was in Paris photographing a client. So if you have a fun location, I'm willing to come with my camera.
You
Um,
know,
it's
we must be mirroring ourselves because I was just in Paris too,
I did
doing a
see that.
workshop. And then I'm going to Chicago
I
with
know we're going to be at
you
the same
in
event
a
in
few
Chicago.
days. And I think this is the first time we're meeting. Or well, that's just weird. Okay, anyway,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
And I saw your pictures on your Instagram from Paris, and they were stunning. Um, okay, so could you give people just a little insight on what your talk will be about at TPM this year?
Oh, yes. So I am going to talk about some of the newer technology that's out there in regards to lighting. And I know some of the people who've been to Portrait Masters are a little bit familiar with this company, but I'm going to use Stella Pro lights
Oh, okay,
and
cool.
I'm going to do on stage on how to shoot with constant light and add a lot of different things, maybe start off with one light, end up with a million lights, I don't know, but I want to try to get into colored lights, maybe add some smoke in there to add things that are a bit different. But whether you're just starting out or you're a little bit more advanced, I want to kind of go through all the paces where, hey, this is what you could do with one light. This is what you could do with two lights, three lights. Here's, different types of accessories you could add, a snood, a smoke, a backlight, whatever, and kind of go through the paces and just do what have fun out there. And that's what I love about constant light is what you see is what you get. So if you're looking at something and it don't look right, then you know not to use it and you just change it and you dial in exactly what you want because what you see is what you get. And that's what I love about constant lights.
Yeah, I think, Sue's taught Constant Light for a long time too in the portrait system, education site, membership site. And I think for me, when I started getting into artificial light, I did feel less intimidated by Constant Light because, like you said, it's kind of like natural light where what you see is what you get. And then eventually I graduated and was like, well, I could also learn how to do strobes. And like really helpful when you're just starting out and you are kind of intimidated about using light that's not just natural light, to have that it's like a nice little bridge, and
I
also can
think that
be fun to use even when you are good at using strobes too.
Yeah, I mean, I think the progression too is like you said, kind of natural light, then constant light, and then flash. But I actually started out in Flash, right? So a lot of people know me like crazy stupid light with Creative Live and all that 10 years ago. But now because of technology, they are making these lights so incredibly strong in a portable little format that
Yeah,
now you can start to use them outdoors in other situations and it's actually usable, whereas before that was not possible.
yeah,
Not unless brought around movie lighting with you and had
yeah.
that. But for doing something portable, these lights are incredible now, and a lot of people don't know about the new technology that's out there. So I'll be happy to share what you can do
Okay.
with it.
Yeah, that's going to be so exciting. So I know you were at the like pandemic year TPM, the online one that we had, but this is your first time being at TPM live in person in Arizona. So I'm just curious, like, from just a person that's going to get to experience the event, not just as a speaker, but as like just being a part of everything. What are you the most excited about for TPM this year?
Yeah, honestly, it's always been on my bucket list. Because again, I've had a lot of people that I've mentored that have gone to the conference, and then a lot of times they like bring these pictures back, and I'm like, where'd you take that out? Oh, Portrait Masters. I'm like, wow, oh wow, look at all these amazing pictures. And so it's like, man, I gotta get to that conference one day. And so I feel so blessed that I'm gonna be a speaker. But honestly, I'm going to be like an attendee too. You're going to see me at the shooting bays. You're going to see me all over the place because I love just kind of being with everybody and the community and just participating in all different ways, whether it's just, talking to people and mentoring them also on the side or whatever, just casual conversations and getting in there and shooting and having fun too. Because it's like, hey, man, I want to get me some images too. So I'm so looking forward to it, honestly.
Yeah, so you guys heard it. You're gonna be in line at the
Oh, yeah,
with
I'll be
Scott.
in line.
You'll
Some
be
of
able
you
to.
won't even know who I am because I'll just be like,
How amazing to be like the person behind you in line and get to see you shooting at the shooting bay. That's gonna be. Uh, and also, like, the one of the things that you've said is just one of the things that I love about this community is that I feel like the speakers, the mentors, everyone, the attendees, like we just all become a big family and are able to talk to each other and get to know each other. There's no like mean girls, popular kid vibes. Like Sue has just been such an amazing leader at creating this community where everyone is welcome and everyone's a part of it. And that's one of the things that I love about this conference. So I'm so excited that you are going to be a part of it this year. And I really appreciate you being on with me today. And I look forward to meeting you hopefully next week in Chicago. We don't.
yeah, for sure.
And if not, I will
Yeah.
see you at TPM for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank
But
you
it's
so
going to be a
much.
lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Scott. It's been a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much for having me, and I will see you at TPM.
See you at TPM. Okay, awesome. Wasn't that an amazing interview? I'm so excited for his class. I love learning all things lighting. I love learning new techniques. I just love having new tools and my creative tool belt arsenal to pull out in new situations. And I mean, I love portable things that are lightweight because I'm 4'11, guys, if you don't know that. So I'm really excited for Scott's class and to learn what these Stella Pro lights can do. Okay, so before we bring on Bethany, I'm just going to answer a couple more questions. We are going to do a $50 Portrait Masters gift card giveaway, and then we're going to bring Bethany on. So we just have three little questions to get through. So one of the questions is, do I have to stay at the Arizona Grand? So you do not have to stay on property at the resort, but we really do recommend it because you're going to be like your days are going to be packed. You're going to start the morning, I think at like 8:30 or 8 a.m. I don't know. It's early, guys, that we get started. And then we go hard till nighttime. We have the parties. And then we have Georgia's bar to hang out and kind of unwind after the parties. You're going to be running on like just a little bit of sleep. So you don't want to have to drive to a different hotel. But if you're worried about like the financial piece of it at staying at the hotel, I would suggest getting a roommate. So first you need to buy your ticket to the event, and then you're going to get access to our Facebook group that's just for attendees. And then in there, we have like our roommate matching thread, and you can find a roommate. And I've roomed with some really cool people over the years and made friends. So I definitely recommend doing this. So, people are asking, will the conference be recorded? So the main stage talks will be recorded and added to the portrait system eventually. But it's really only a fraction of the experience. So if you're thinking you can like it'll just be fine if you watch it recorded at some point, you're still missing out because you're not getting the community, you're not getting like Sue, you're not getting all the things that are going to be so special about this year. Plus I don't know that the breakout classes are going to be recorded, so there's just so many things that you would be missing out. Like, don't let that stop you from coming. And then when should we arrive and what day should we leave? So you should arrive on Sunday, September 10th, because on the 11th, the conference starts and the like party gets going right away. So you want to have a day to get in town, get situated, all of that. You could hang out at the pool on the 10th if you get in early enough. And then I would recommend leaving on the 15th because again, the conference activities and the parties and everything go late on the 14th. So if you left on the 14th, you might miss out on some stuff. So stay till the 15th. All right, let's do our giveaway. So we're going to give away some $50 gift cards to the Portrait Masters store. And those winners are Bianca Wardwell, Jeffrey Dyer, Janelle Moon, Rachel Lout. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Sorry, Rachel. And Lauren O'Keefe. So congratulations, you guys. You won a $50 gift card to the Portrait Master store. And to claim it, just email support@theportraitmasters.com. But if you want a chance at winning a conference ticket, a full $1,500 value conference ticket, we are giving away 5 of those today, and you have to stay to the end. So with that being said, let me bring on our next very special guest, Bethany Jones. If you don't know her, she's been in this community since literally day one, along with me. She is a official portrait system member. She's a master retoucher. She's an accredited fellow. She's just all around an amazing person. And if you don't know her yet, you're going to want to. So welcome, Bethany.
Hi, Ashleigh. How are you doing? I'm so excited to be on live with you today.
And I'm still like, I feel like we sometimes only get to see each other at TPM every year. So I can't wait to see you. It kind of feels like I can't believe a year is flying by again.
Right? It goes so fast.
So one thing I want to say, Bethany, well, actually, sorry, let me back up. I gave you a little intro, but why don't you just introduce yourself for everyone in case they don't know who you are?
Sure. I became interested in photography in 2012. And I shot for about 6 months and almost gave up. And that's when I stumbled across Sue's education, and it pretty much transformed my life. She has a way of teaching photography that people that are just starting out can comprehend. And if you have the guts to do the work, I mean, you can build a thriving business. So I put everything into practice, became a professional photographer in about 2015. She made me one of her mentors at that time. We went on to Creative Live to introduce everybody, and we've been active in the group ever since. And I am having just the time of my life, and I don't ever imagine stopping doing this.
Yeah, I love your story is always so inspiring, and you also run a retouching business as well. So, and that
I
probably
do.
happened because if it hadn't been, I assume, for all the education that you learned from Sue as well. So, what's really amazing,
Right.
Sue can teach you how to be a photographer, but she also teaches you how to be like an amazing business person in anything that you want to pursue.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you see a need or you are talented in a certain area, she just gives you the tools to go out there and pursue that dream.
Yeah. So I know that you have been around since and been at TPM, the conference, since the very first one that was actually in Palm Springs. I don't know if everyone knows. The
Yes.
very first one was in
Yes.
Palm Springs. So I know you have a long history with this. So tell me kind of like what is your like favorite memory of TPM? What do you love about it? Why do you look forward to it every year?
Oh my gosh, I look forward to this every year. Yes, 2017 was the very first Portrait Masters Conference in Palm Springs, California. I remember how hot it was.
Me too.
That was I'm in Fargo, North Dakota. So, when it was 116 degrees in the shade, I'm like, I'm melting, but it was such an eye-opening experience because that's the year that I met Peter Hurley. So some of my favorite memories from these conferences are meeting the photographers that have inspired me along the way. Terry Hofford, Michelle Celentano, Joyce Tennyson, these amazing people that are accessible to everybody. So if you had questions, you were able to ask them, and they were so friendly and so courteous. And that was probably my favorite thing from every single conference was meeting the people that inspired me.
Yeah, I have to agree. Like when you meet people, Terry was one of mine too. Like I had followed her on Instagram for a long time, like a really long time. And then I met her at the shootout, and it was one of those things where it's like, I cannot believe you're even cooler than you are on Instagram because you're so cool on Instagram, and I love you on Instagram, and you're like even sweeter and kinder and funnier and just cooler than your already high expectations of your Instagram. And then meeting her in person made me sign up for her body image boot camp, and it was like
Yes.
one of those things where it was just so cool to get to meet her in person. So
Yes.
so do you have like I know you said meeting Peter Hurley, but like as far as the event, like the shooting bays, the speakers, all that, the parties, like do you have one particular standout memory from that aspect of the conference as well?
It's always the disco party every year. I look forward to the disco party, the silent disco, I should say, every single year because everybody just makes such a valiant effort for
Yeah,
the theme that year. And it's so fun to see how much effort people put into their costumes and
yeah,
trying to figure out who everybody is, you
yes,
know.
that's
you know and
under
Sue mentioned she goes incognito, right? So it's always like trying to look around the room saying, okay, which ones do you think is Sue?
Do you have a favorite costume that you personally wore, you saw at one of the parties?
So I'm a rocker at heart, so last year's rock star theme, that was fabulous because I could wear my leather and straps and big hair and all of that, so that was absolutely a favorite one for me.
Yeah, I think last year might be mine too because I got to rock Madonna cone boobs, which has been like a lifelong dream of mine. So
Right.
ankle, and people were like, "Are you not going to go to the dance party?" And I was like, "No, I brought cone boobs. I'm going to be at the dance party, hobbling my little way through." And then I was like dancing because I can't resist music. And they were like, "Are you injured?" And I was like, "I'll pay for this tomorrow, but tonight I'm dancing." Okay, so as far as TPM this year, I know there's a lot going on. What are you excited for this year?
I am super excited for Sue's breakout class. I think that is fabulous that she opened that for everybody,
Mhm.
because what she teaches is just, it's life changing. And so the more people that can hear her speak, the better. So this is going out with a bang. I love that. I am really looking forward to the shooting days this year
Mhm.
because it's different every year, and they build sets and have models that have different looks. So if you are looking to build your portfolio with, whether it be with fashion models or something creative, or if you need more male models in your portfolio, Port Masters has it all. And
Yeah,
so I always try to sneak away from my mentoring bay every once in
me
a
too.
while and take like a picture at least of every model there. And then I come home and I'm just giddy, because I got to shoot something a little bit differently than I do at home.
Yeah, that's something I've always noticed about you. You somehow make it to every single booth, and I'm like, how did she do that? I'm
I'm
like,
a little
"Get there."
sniper. Yeah, I'm a little sniper. I'll go in and just kind of quick shoot a couple pictures and then run.
You mentioned something that I said we were going to talk about, and I almost forgot to talk about it. So let's talk about the mentor base, because I think some people get confused about that. And last year was the first year that we introduced them, and you and I both have a mentor base. So, how would you explain it to people, and how should people think about using the mentor base with us?
First of all, they should know that we are totally accessible. You don't need to be afraid to come talk to us. We are just normal people that started the same place. We've been on the journey a little bit longer, and we're just sharing our knowledge. And all of us really have our specialties. Like you're doing Facebook ads and other social media marketing. We have Felicia Reed with the mindset, Cat Ford Coates with the posing and styling. We all have it. I'll be talking about campaigns, throwing VIP meetup parties, throwing a big campaign gala. So if you want to come and talk to me about those, I will be happy to walk you through any questions that they have. And all of the other mentors have their specialties. So, come to our booths and ask us, what is this that you want to talk about. We'll talk about other things too. So if you want to talk about business or pricing or things like that, just ask.
Yeah, that's so true. And can you just like logistically walk people through how it works as well? Because I think last year people were like, oh, like how much time do I have? Like, you know what I mean? Like it was just they didn't know what to do because they just saw us sitting at tables and that like they just didn't know.
Right,
Um,
right. Well, and that was kind of the first year that we had the mentor actual tables. So this year will be our second year, and we're going to go out with a bang. But they can just start lining up at the table that they want to speak with the mentor, and we have about 5 minutes. That
yeah,
doesn't mean that you can't get back in line.
yeah,
If you have more things to talk about, feel free to get back in line, and we'll have another 5 minutes to review anything that you want. If you want to do a portfolio review, if you want to talk about marketing, if you want to talk about pricing and selling, pretty much their questions is what we'll answer.
yeah, exactly. So I second everything Bethany said. Don't be intimidated to come up to us. We can talk to you about whatever you want, but I mean, of course, we each have our little specialties as well. And we're just excited to meet everyone. It's really, really fun. I had some great, memorable conversations with people who came through my booth last year, and people reached out later and said how much that little few-minute conversation really changed the game for them. And I'm sure you got the same feedback, right, Bethany?
Absolutely. Some of them took, what they learned into practice and have been writing, back on how even that 5 minutes was so helpful and eye-opening. So I mean, even though 5 minutes doesn't sound like a long time, you can get a lot of knowledge in that 5 minutes, and then go on to the next one and glean more information. And while you're waiting in line, talk to the other attendees at the conference. This is where I've met lifelong friends. So when I go to the conference now, it's like coming home to a family reunion, because you mentioned it earlier, the networking aspect of it, having been doing this, for so long in this community, there's probably not a place on this planet that I couldn't put a call out to somebody saying, hey, who has a studio, who has some lights, who has this. But because I put the time into trying to meet as many people as I could at these conferences and make friends.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so my very, very last question to you is if you were going to say one reason why people should go out and get that ticket today, what would it be?
You do not want to miss what this conference is about. You won't understand it unless you're there. And that is something, I mean, I can't describe to you in words. It's a feeling. It's an emotion, and just the energy that you'll bring home after the conference is undescribable.
I agree. Well, thank you so much, Bethany, for being on live with me. And I can't wait to see you in September, give you a hug in real life.
Thank you. See you later.
Yeah, thanks, Bethany. Okay, guys, we only have a few minutes left, but of course, we're going to get to our giveaways now. So, first of all, I want to say one thing. If you did buy a ticket, I want you to please go into our Portrait System members only group if you're a member and let everyone know that you got a ticket and that you're excited. And then I want you to also go into the Facebook group that is only open to people who have a ticket. It's called 2023 Portrait Masters Conference. And go in there, become a member, and then get the conversation started. Book meetups with friends, shootouts with friends, find a roommate, all the good things, because we want you in that group and participating and getting hyped for the lead up to the conference as well. Okay, let me get into these giveaways. So first, we have more portraitmasters.com store, theportraitmasters.com store gift card winners. We're giving away $100 now. And our winners are Donovan Freeberg, Karen Floyd, Sarah Hassenfuss. Oh, yes, Sarah. Wendy Room, and username Ram8007. So if you are one of those people, I want you to email support@theportraitmasters.com to claim your $100 gift card to the Portrait Masters store. And now it's time for the big giveaway, the 5 winners of the free conference tickets. Yes, we're doing 5, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5. Drum roll. Our winners are Melissa Harris, Emerald Dove Photography. Yay, Emerald. I met Emerald in Italy. Tyler Clement. Yay, Tyler. Kelly Kendall, Ingrid Pape Sheldon. Oh my gosh, you guys, you are really lucky here. You're getting a $1,800 ticket to the Portrait Masters Conference. So I cannot wait to see you there. Email support@theportraitmasters.com. So we have to wrap up at 1. I just want to say a few things. Number 1, be one of those next 50 people to get your ticket. You have no excuses now. You're going to get Sue's breakout class. And if you are one of those next 50 people, you're also going to get Sue's posing class that's in the Portrait Masters store and the digital couples posing cards. You don't want to miss out. Those 50 tickets are going to go fast. And if you use the code SUE100, you're going to get $300 off your conference ticket, making it $1,500 instead of $1,800. And then you're getting that $1,000 in value back. It is a no-brainer, and we want you to be there. So please, please come. Please get your ticket. We're so excited. Join next week. It won't be me next week because I will be in Chicago, but Nikki Klosser's beautiful face will be here to greet you and do this live, and we'll have new breaking news, special announcements, and more giveaways, so you won't want to miss out. As always, thank you guys so much for joining me live, and I won't see you next week, but Nikki will, and then I'll be back on live the week after that Nikki's on. So stay tuned, and thank you so much. I hope to see you at the conference.